My wife kicked me out of the house her family gifted us because my own family wouldn't stop pushing boundaries. What started as a simple request from my parents ended up destroying my marriage and led to criminal charges. I never thought a gift could ruin my life. A house. That's what my wife's family gave us when we got married. Not help, not support, a fully paid house. I remember the day we got the keys. My wife was crying, I was shaking, and for the first time in my life, everything felt stable, like we had actually made it. But I didn't realize something then. That house didn't just come with walls and a roof. It came with expectations, pressure, and eventually consequences I couldn't take back. Because the moment my parents found out, everything changed. At first, it was just comments. My mom saying things like, "Your sister is still struggling, you know." I didn't think much of it until she said it. "Why don't you give her the house?" I honestly thought she was joking. She wasn't. And when I refused, that's when things started to spiral. My parents kept calling every day, telling me I was selfish, that I was abandoning my sister, that I had changed since getting married. But the worst part? They didn't just blame me. They blamed my wife. They said she was controlling me, that she had turned me against my own family. And at first, I tried to keep the peace. I didn't tell my wife everything. I thought I could handle it. I thought if I just kept everyone separate, it wouldn't explode. I was wrong. Because one day, my sister showed up, uninvited, at the house. And not just to visit. She walked in like she already lived there, talking about where her bed would go, how she was going to start fresh here. My wife looked at me, confused. Then she looked at my sister, then back at me and said, "What is she talking about?" That's when everything I had been hiding came out. The calls, the pressure, the expectations, all of it. And I watched the moment something in my wife broke. She didn't yell, she didn't scream, she just went quiet and said, "You let this go on?" I tried to explain. I told her I was trying to protect her. But to her, it felt like betrayal. Like I had been choosing my family over our marriage this entire time. Meanwhile, my sister refused to leave. She started arguing with my wife, louder, more aggressive, saying things that crossed every line. And when I stepped in to stop it, that's when it got physical. Things were thrown, glass shattered, furniture damaged. It went from an argument to chaos in seconds. And in that moment, I realized I had lost control of everything. So I called the police. And that's when the situation turned from family drama into something permanent. Charges were filed, statements were taken, and just like that, there was no going back. But the worst part didn't happen that day. It happened after, when everything was quiet again, when my sister was gone, when the house was still. My wife looked at me and said, "I can't do this anymore." She said she didn't feel safe, didn't feel respected, didn't feel like our marriage came first. And then she told me to leave. The house, the one that was supposed to be our fresh start, became the reason I lost it all. Now my parents don't speak to me. They say I chose my wife over my family. My sister is dealing with the legal consequences of what happened. And my wife? She won't even answer my calls. So now I'm left wondering, was I wrong for trying to keep the peace? Or did my family push things so far that losing my marriage was inevitable? Be honest. What would you have done in my position? Comment below. I'm reading everything. I'm reading.